Okay guys, what's up? I don't like doing the videos where I talk, but I do want to get some theory here. So, talking about Wing Chun, there is several theories that what we know as modern day Wing Chun is a shell that Yip Man actually only taught the real system to like 5 people. In my opinion though, what we know as Wing Chun or any system is a shell. Where you have so many different instructors, they add their own element. Now you have many different ways that you can achieve what is essentially Wing Chun or any other system for that matter. If you put the time into Wing Chun from an instructor that knows what they're doing, and you train, and they have learned themselves what true Wing Chun is, no doubt in my mind you're going to come out a great Wing Chun artist. The second is trial and error. If you learn Wing Chun, you go out on the streets, you fight, and then you figure out what worked and what didn't, and you come back to training and you go, okay, let's figure it out. Then you can correct it and find your own Wing Chun. You could find the errors that you made and fix them and know. The third way, in my mind, is imagination. And this is what we have as a lot of instructors in Wing Chun. We have a lot of people that learned it from an instructor who never put the time in, or maybe they did, to actually learn what Wing Chun is. And these people think, okay, this is it. They believe everything their Sifu or instructor tells them. They go, this works. My instructor told me, they wouldn't lie to me. And then we get a whole branch of Wing Chun that looks like Wing Chun, but it's not. So, whatever system you're working with, try it, practice it, push the limits of it to find what works and what doesn't. And there's several types of Wing Chun out there, spelled all sorts of different ways, different systems. You know, I've seen it used externally to where the lop style, I don't have anyone here right now to demonstrate it, but when the lop style actually takes place, it's whenever the lop actually have the lop right here, instead of the opponent feeling through sensitivity the hand and dropping, they pull it down. You know, the lop, it's pulled. And I've seen the lop come down fast. I've seen gum saws come down fast, and it becomes external. So I've seen people use Wing Chun externally and internally. But what we have to keep in mind now is Wing Chun is an internal system. It's not. This is not karate. This is kung fu. It's supposed to be internal, guys. Use your sensitivity and use chi sao, dan chi sao, or dan sao. Use all this lop style drills, all these drills that we know. Use them. Use sensitivity, and that's the point. People ask thousands of times during Wing Chun, how much pressure is there supposed to be? Some people say put as much pressure as you can. You know, push. You know, and then you get people that end up on the street. They do fine on the street, but if you end up with a skilled opponent, they're going to pull you through. And then you get the ones that don't put any pressure. There's no pressure. And, you know, then there's no forward intent. So how do you know how are you going to actually spring if you don't have any forward intent? So I'm to debunk the myth of how much forward pressure or how much pressure you should apply what's being gave. Keep your third stick as light as you can, like a blade of grass. It shouldn't be strong here. It should be strong in the elbow. That's it. Use your body for it. Okay, and that will tell you everything you need to know. If you're applying pressure with your Wu style and you feel pressure, meet their pressure. If they give you more pressure and it starts to move you, let it normally move you. and then you conform to it. If they're giving you too much pressure, conform. It's all about letting your opponent beat themselves. Small amounts of energy is what Wing Chun's about. Minimal energy, minimum work effort, maximum results. Okay, so when you're picking your classes here, guys, and it's Wing Chun, there's so many different ways it's done. I mean, as far as different branches, how the moves are actually executed as far as technique goes, you yourself are your best teacher in the long run. I recommend you find a class, study with them. You can learn from me too. You know, you can learn this stuff online, but it's always going to help you to be in the right setting to be able to try it if you don't have a partner there with you. Wing Chun's has a lot of sensitivity training that you can't get by yourself. So, you know, find you a good class, learn the basics. You know, if you have any questions, I'd be more than glad to answer them. And apply your own knowledge. Use your own sensibility. You know, what do you think? What do you want to get out of it? And I'm not saying that that people that are teaching Wing Chun externally are wrong. You know, if you're in a fight and you're the strongest out of you and your opponent, if you're stronger than your opponent, am I saying that you shouldn't use your strength? Not at all. Use your strength. Use your powers that you have. If you're stronger, be stronger. If you're weaker, be weaker. Don't try to muscle someone you know you're not going to be able to muscle. You know, use the system. It works both ways. You have to define how it works, when it works, and how it works. Through trial and error, you have to learn. I can tell you, and another instructor can tell you 1,000 times what one move does, and you could find 20 different ways that it could be used. They're not wrong. But learn them, make them work. See if they work that way. If they do, then great. You know, as far as martial arts being a shell, and systems being a shell, I believe that. I believe that over the while, out of all the instructors, it has become a shell because we believe too much. We believe that what people telling us are true. They're not wrong. There's no way it's wrong. They wouldn't lie to us. It works. Sure, you can reach in someone's chest, pull their heart out. Sure, I believe it. Try it, guys. If it's one of those systems where you can't try it, get out of it. Get out of it. If they're telling you can rip someone's lungs out, heart out, eye out, ask them, have you done it? More than likely they haven't. So I would recommend that, you know, you do something that's fathomable. If you can do it, try it. If it works, great. If it don't, you learned something. See if you can make it work. If you can't, try your instructor. Say, I tried it, didn't work. If you can't fix it, you know, maybe you'll find another instructor. But just a short little rant, guys, to get y'all on track of something I heard about shells and martial arts. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to get some more Wing Chun stuff up.